Hello, welcome to another episode of For the Record. So today I wanted to do a review on Limp Bizkit's new album, Limp Bizkit Sucks. But before we get into all that, I wanted just to let you guys know what I've been up to, what I've been doing. So last night, yesterday on my day off, uh, we went to a movie theater. My daughter wanted to see the new My Hero Academia movie. Um, I don't know if you guys know what that is. It's like an animated thing. It was pretty cool. We went to this movie theater. It was like an hour away. Had like they do like the 3D movies and shit like that too. But you can go see regular movies. It's a huge ass movie theater, and they had like you want to call it like the reclining seats and shit like that. It was pretty badass. I really liked it. I think we're gonna go back and go see Batman when it comes out there because a couple of my family members want to go do that, and I spent time with my family yesterday. It was fun, and I got my mom a couple things that she's been wanting for a while. So life's good. I just wanted to give y'all a little insight of my life and what I've been up to, and yeah, it was super fun. My daughter's extremely happy that she was able to go see it, and yeah, it was a pretty badass movie actually. I didn't mind it myself, but during the movie she kept leaning over like trying to wake me up, and I'm like, listen, I drove an hour away. You can't put me in a reclining seat in a big ass, in front of a big ass screen and not expect me to fall asleep. If anybody that knows that like once I hit the couch or whatever after I'm exhausted, been up all day, like it's easy for me to fall asleep. But I did watch most of the movie. I did fall asleep during a couple parts, but I stayed awake for the end of it. It was pretty awesome. But I wanted to talk about Limp Bizkit's album. So they were originally on Cash Money Records for a while. Their album never came out. Still Sucks is a studio album by American rock Limp Bizkit, released on October 31st through uh, Stirtone Records. Um, so everybody knows what I'm talking about. So this is what it was supposed to be. I'm trying to find the thing for it. But anyways, that was what the record was supposed to be, like Stampede of Elephants or some shit like that. I can't remember the exact name of it, but here I can look it up real quick. Stampede of the Disco Elephants was what it was supposed to be called. And instead, we got this, which actually is not on Cash Money. They actually left Cash Money. They only had like a couple singles that ever came out from them. We haven't actually had a full Limp Bizkit album, I think, since 2011 or 2016. I'm actually gonna look that up right now. From what I can see, their last one was in 2011. So it's been over a decade since we actually had a real Limp Bizkit album. Now, I don't like every single song off this album, but I definitely do think it's their best work within the last, 20 years or so. I definitely feel like the more I listen to the album, the more I get into it. Like, their intro to the album is pretty dope. When you go down, the first song, Out of Style, that's just like their intro. It's pretty good. Dirty Rotten Biscuit, that's a pretty damn good song. I really do like that. Dad Vibes, every time I listen to that, I feel like I get more and more into the song. That was their single that they released off the album before they dropped the album. You can only get it digitally right now. There is no physical copies that I'm aware of. I was hoping that they would release this on vinyl. Um, I'll probably buy it on CD if that's all I can get at the time. But it'd be way cooler to get that album on vinyl. And then for their other songs, like Turn It Up, Bitch, that was alright. It's not really like my favorite. Don't Change, didn't really care for it. It was more like a soft song with like little strumming guitar. I'm not a love for the soft shit. I really like the hardcore shit. You Bring the Worst Out of Me was pretty good. But I also really liked Love the Hate. because that's like talking about how like basically kind of like the name of the title, Limp Bizkit sucks, where people would say like Limp Bizkit sucks, so it's talking like, oh, this dude used to listen to Limp Bizkit back in the day, and then his friend's like, oh, you used to listen to Limp Bizkit? He's like, yeah, I don't know if we can be friends anymore type shit. It's like, I don't know anybody that would actually do that, but I'm sure there are probably people out there that would actually do that. You know what I mean? And I thought that was a pretty badass song anyways. And then you got, I don't even know how to pronounce that. Barnasoul? Barnasoul? I'm sure I probably butchered that. Everybody can, correct me, whatever. I don't know, yo shit. Empty Holes was alright. Pill Popper I thought was a pretty dope song. I think you're a little late on the times on that one because people have been popping pills for over a decade, so that might have been a song that they've been holding on to for a while and they just never actually completed. Um, as everybody knows, we've been into an epidemic where fucking people have been shooting up heroin and fucking doing dumb shit. I mean, I was even a victim myself. I went through all that shit, but I came out good on the other side, which a lot of people don't. I went through a lot of drug abuse for many, many years, and I just choose not to live that life anymore. But I feel that it's always good to talk about the subject so other people know that they're not alone. And, if anybody has a problem, you should go get help and, not be like that anymore because, you only destroy the people around you and, yourself included. So, and I was a walking, talking time bomb. It was ticking very, very quickly, and it's not good. And I just thought overall that was a really good song. Um, Snacky Poo. So, that's a pretty funny song. It's more of a rap vibe on that song with like, like a regular, like old school hip hop drum beat to it. I think it's really good. It actually shows Fredder's actual ability to rap, but I feel like he doesn't ever take his raps too seriously. That's why he raps and makes fun about stuff and how they always make fun of themselves and shit. Like the whole dad vibes thing where he dresses up like an older guy, talks slower. He's like, oh, hey, He's just doing that because he knows how the internet works and he knows how to get attention to himself. And he's been doing this shit for years, so it ain't really nothing new to him anyways. And then like Goodbye. That was a decent song. You could definitely tell too when you listen to the album that was the last song, and it just felt like it was the last song. And overall, like I felt like they did a good job completing that album and putting it together. It was definitely not as long as I would like it to be, but overall, I feel like for a Limp Bizkit album, considering we haven't had one in many years, and of course DJ Lethal's been in and out. John Otto's been going through all that fucking drug abuse, partying too much or whatever. And I remember when watching that live Lollapalooza concert, when they played Dad Vibes there, that's when everybody knew that they had a new single coming out. I would say you could tell that they had a different drummer. It wasn't John Otto there, and replaced by somebody else. I don't know who the other drummer was. I'm not 100% certain. I remember hearing something about it, but my memory gets, not the best on that kind of stuff. But anyways, overall, I would say it was a pretty decent album. And for an album that we have been waiting for many, many years, it didn't disappoint me. It's definitely not my favorite, but it's definitely not the worst. Like, it's definitely a good album, and I will definitely give it the A-OK, and I definitely think if you haven't listened to Limp Bizkit in a long time and you like the old Limp Bizkit, you should definitely give it a listen. It's definitely a good album. I would definitely easily give it a 7.5 out of 10. Only because there are a couple songs that I really don't care for and it's not as long as that I like it to be, but other than that, I would say they did a really, really good job on the album, and I'm not going to complain. I actually like the cover, how they're like... They're still kids in the drawing, but like they're sitting on the floor and they look exactly like they look like at that concert there. If anybody knows what I'm talking about, when you watch the Lollapalooza concert, that's exactly how they were dressed up. So it's just kind of funny that that's the image they chose. So I guess when they go on tour, that's what they're gonna look like. Kind of like Fred Durst did the whole backwards hat thing for many years with the, you know, tan khaki pants and shit like that. So I feel like he's always got a look going on. You know what I mean? And then the other thing I wanted to talk about. uh, was Slipknot's new song, which actually wasn't even prepared for this. I apologize. I'm actually going to add it right now and show you guys what I'm talking about. Actually, if I can find it. There we go. So let me get that down there. Put that over here. So this is Slipknot's new single. I definitely think that if you were to mix the old Slipknot with the new Slipknot, this is what you would get. Because their last album, We Are Not Your Kind, and as you guys know, I went to the concert. I saw Slipknot live. They're definitely one of my favorite bands. I felt like that was definitely one of their better albums that they've had in a long time, and it gave me that old Slipknot vibe, and it like restored my faith in Slipknot, and it was everything that I wanted it to be. And even with this song, like, I felt like it was different and it was not what anybody expected, but at the same time it's definitely a killer track. It's amazing. I love everything about it, and I feel that it had that old vibe, kind of like We Are Not Your Kind did, and just everything about it seemed to just be good, and I have no complaints on it. And I know that some people were like, oh, I didn't really care for it, whatever, that's your opinion. I'm giving my opinion on it. You don't even have to like my opinion, it's okay. Like, here to disagree to agree, you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever the hell that saying is there. Um, but anyways, I just want to bring up this new music to you guys. I hope you all check out the new Slipknot song. Definitely check out Limp Bizkit's new album. I can't wait for Slipknot's new album. You know damn well that I'm pre-ordering that album the minute I'm able to. Super big Slipknot fan. Can't wait to go see them live again. If I ever get a chance to go see them live, I'm definitely going again because I want to see them live as many times as I can before I pass away. And I would also like to go see Limp Bizkit live too if I can. If I could go see like Korn and Deftones and Limp Bizkit, that would be awesome. But anyways, that's all I got for today. I just wanted to give you guys my opinion. Oh, and for this track right here, I would give it an 8 out of a 10, only because it is not what I expected, and it's not their best song. It's probably not going to be their best song on the album, but it's definitely hardcore, and it's definitely what I like, and I'm definitely digging it. So I definitely give it an 8 easily out of 10. And for everybody watching, thank you very much. I appreciate all you guys. You guys are awesome. Thank you for the record family. You guys know who you are. Alright? And hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Alright? Thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe. Alright? Peace.